Hey, welcome. I'm Weston Gold, and I'm a fantasy writer. Welcome back. You got Weston Gold live. I'm Weston Gold, and I'm a fantasy writer. How's everybody doing out there? I'm just hanging out here in the Star Pine Forest, as you can see behind me. Just checking in with everybody. Gotta make sure I look okay here. How's everybody doing? Welcome. I got a lot to talk about today. First of all, I'm going to show you a magical feather. Here it is. This is a magical raven feather. How about that? Because you know how the legend goes. The legend says that when the ravens gather, she is already near. Now, who is she? Well, of course, I'm talking about Lady Catherine. Lady Catherine, the Raven Queen. And this is one of the raven's feathers from Norwyn, which is the world that I'm building right now with your help and with your input. And yeah, I'm just having a lot of fun just getting feedback from everybody. Whoops. How's everybody doing out there? How's everybody doing out there? So I got the feather. I'm going to be talking about that. I've got some really exciting news to talk about the feather. And I've got some books that I'm going to show you that I've been working on. And let's see what else. And then I want to show you a little bit about the Raven Queen and what I've been working on there. This was the original book cover and book title. It was originally going to be called The Raven Queen, The Legend of Lady Catherine. And I changed it because of viewer feedback, because of people like you, okay, who said, no, don't do that. Make it Lady Catherine, the Legend of the Raven Queen. Isn't that an awesome cover? So I've intentionally changed it, thanks to you, from this to this. And I think that's way better. So thank you for your feedback, everybody. I appreciate that. Somebody out there let me know that there's already a Raven Queen in existence. I didn't know that, in some fantasy world that I didn't know about. And although it's very different from mine, I decided that to avoid confusion, I would just change the title, which actually makes more sense anyways. But hey, who's with me? Let me know if you're here. Drop me a line, drop me a comment. Let me know where you're coming from, if you care to share. City, state, country. Let me know where you are in the world. It's always fun to know. And I'm just going to be sipping some tea here and just hanging out with you guys. So, got my Gothic mug here. This is my Gothic fantasy mug. Is that freaking cool or what? Check it out. I think this goes back to the 60s, if I'm not mistaken. At least the 70s, probably the 60s. An awesome, awesome little cup from Norwyn. I call this my Norwyn mug. Very, very cool. And I've got some really important and special announcements to share with everyone. So glad you're here. Glad you're with me. First of all, the first thing I want to tell you guys about is I was just, some of you have been following my story, okay? And first of all, you know that I'm a new fantasy writer, okay? I'm new at this. I'm writing children's books, which I have a bunch of here. So this is one of my children's books. It's called The Old Stones. It's my first hardcover. And then that's book 2. This is book 3 of my series called The Old Ruins. Sorry, they're backwards. And that's where I've got the raven feather makes great bookmarks, by the way. Look at that. See how that works? So I'm going to be talking more about the feather in just a minute. But Anyway, so I started out writing children's books, and now I'm working on my own brand new fantasy world called Norwyn, and I'm getting user feedback as I'm writing it. So I'm getting you to tell me, hey, what about this? What about that? Just giving me feedback as I'm writing it, as I'm working on it. And I like to tell people, it's not that I'm writing or developing this world alone. I'm actually discovering it with you. And things like these feathers are making it very interesting. So, ravens have a very significant role in Norwyn. Who's with me? Let me know where you are. Drop me a line, drop me a comment, let me know. Hey, we got 18 people in here. This is freaking awesome. What I wanted to tell you guys was I walked into an Ace hardware store a few weeks ago, and I had to return something. I had something in my trunk of my car. So I said, hey, can you come out and look at it to make sure I can return this thing? And so, okay. Doesn't have anything to do with what we're talking about, dude. So, I think you might be on the wrong channel. But thanks for sharing, Arknoid. No, there's 18 people in here, buddy. But thanks anyways. So anyways, I walked into this Ace Hardware, and so I had this employee come out, look in my trunk, and in my trunk, besides the thing that I was going to return, was a box of my books. And so, okay. Well, I am a nice person. So this employee saw this box of books in my trunk, all right, and she went, oh, whoa, what is this? And I said, well, these are some children's books, and they just happen to be some books that I wrote. And she goes, oh my gosh, I love this. I love dragons. So she wanted a book. And so I gave her a book. I signed it to her, personally signed it to her. And she introduced me to her manager. Before I knew it, I had sold $700 worth of books. And I was just over there today, and I just got to see the display that they have in the Ace Hardware store of my books, including this one. They have this one. They have this one, the Old Stones. They have my cat book, I'm Not Following You. They have this one. They also have the first book of my Norwyn series, which is The Ashen Knight. And what else do they have? Oh, they also have my King Arthur book called The Quiet King. All of these are on display, and it's this huge display right at the checkout counter. It's amazing. It's a big, literally, it's like this big. It's got all my books on there. People walk right by it when they're checking out and buying their stuff. And I couldn't believe it. I honestly could not believe that that's how I didn't know how they were going to display the books. This is a hardware store. So, this is crazy. A fantasy author, children's author, now has his books on sale at an Ace Hardware store. And actually, there's 3 because they own 3 stores. So it's pretty crazy what can happen. You just never know what can happen. That's the moral of the story. And here's the other cool thing. Arknoid, where are you from, buddy? Okay. Oh, you like the King Arthur one. All right, cool. Where are you from? Where are you at, buddy? I'm curious. Here's the King Arthur one. Check it out. It's really, really cool illustrations in here. Check out The Sword in the Stone. Check this out. Isn't that amazing? Right in the middle of the courtyard there. So all of these are available on Amazon. You can buy them right now on Amazon. Arknoid says, I'm so happy that you're doing books for kids. This is great. You know what my theory is on King Arthur is that he who knows how to change the stone into metal can rule the kingdom. Huh. That's cool. I'm wondering if you just do this in every state or if you do it in cities or if there's another way you can mass produce what you just did. Yeah, great question. Great question. Most of these stores, at least, the Ace Hardware stores are locally owned. So a lot of stores are locally owned, which is good. And so, you'd probably have to talk to each local owner, I'm guessing. But hey, you know, um, are you in Michigan? Yeah, that's so cool. Yeah, exactly. No, good point. That's a good idea. If you have ever been to any hardware stores in Michigan, it's the same thing. They have a kids section, small books, toys, wooden puzzles. Yep, exactly. Yeah, no, I should. I mean, it's a great idea, and I do go to Michigan now and then. So I actually know of a great store, a great hardware store in Western Michigan. That next time I'm there, I'm gonna talk to them. Who else is in here? We got Liam Romer. How are you, buddy? Where are you from? I was in the army, been all over the world. Okay. Love King Arthur. I love King Arthur. This one is really cool. I'll read you the back, okay, in case you're curious about this. It says, a kingdom once strong has begun to forget what made it strong in the first place. The sword in the center of the castle was once light, easy to carry, and easy to lift. While knights argue and leaders grow louder, one quiet boy begins to notice something no one else sees. So that's what this one's all about. And I'm glad you like it, man. I really do. I'm really glad. And you can see in the end, of course, spoiler alert, only the boy Arthur is able to pull the sword out. But there's a special, very specific reason why he's the one that's able to do it. And, you know, oh, you're a musician too. That's cool, man. I am too. I've got music on Spotify. Check me out, Weston Gold. Look me up on Spotify. So yeah, I think you would like this. This is a great kids book. It's got a great moral. It's got a great lesson for kids. And I sign these. So, anyways, and speaking of signing, the other thing that the Ace Hardware is going to be doing is in 2 Saturdays from now. So August 1st. On Saturday, August 1st, I will be doing a Meet the Author book signing at the Ace Hardware. I'm so excited. And I'll be bringing these along because these have to do with my new series called Norwyn. Okay. Yeah, sometimes phone calls can make you $1,000 a pop. That's right, buddy. So true. So true. But I'll be bringing my magic feathers along with me. Okay, you're in Michigan. Come to Buchanan. There's a hardware store here. They would love to have your books. Nice. We also have a bookstore here that would love to have your books, especially the bookstore. Wow. Well, maybe you can talk to them for me. And, email me, westongold70@gmail.com, Arknoid, and send me the names of the stores. I'll get in touch with them myself. I can call them, whatever. And we'll make it happen, man. Thank you for that tip. Thank you for that idea. But if you know anything about me, if you've been following any of my work, I'm working on this new Gothic fantasy. I call it cathedral fantasy novel. And it's called Lady Catherine, The Legend of the Raven Queen. So I've been doing a lot of studies on ravens. That's why I have this feather. And this is going to be kind of like my little token giveaway that I'm going to be giving out. They work great for bookmarks, just to promote this book, okay? And I'm still working on it, by the way. I'm at chapter I think 4 or 5 of this book so far. So I'm still writing it. But it's just going to be fantastic. And the caption on the front says, "Legend says she's the devil in the flesh. When the ravens gather, she is already near." Because she is the Raven Queen. So, a lot of cool stuff about ravens. Ravens are highly intelligent. You know, you guys probably all knew this. I didn't know this. So, I've been learning a lot. But ravens, they have the intelligence of like a 7-year old. I've been told, anyways. And so, it's just fantastic. And ravens are like amazing watchers, observers, highly intelligent. I'm going to be using ravens very interestingly in my gothic fantasy book that I'm working on. So I've got little cards on order right now that's going to be attached to the feather. So when I hand out these magic raven feathers, it's going to say something really interesting. Like, if you find the feather, it means something. So save the feather. Don't let it go. All right. So, anyways, I got little gimmicks like that, really fun little gimmicks that I'll be doing. So, I'll be signing books at Ace Hardware on August 1st. I'm super excited. Um, and I'll have lots of feathers to give out. And it's going to be awesome. It's going to be so totally awesome. And yeah, Buchanan, Buchanan, Michigan. Is that where it's at? How far away is that from Holland? Because I go to Holland a lot. It's probably just, what, a couple hours or something like that. If it's at the border, it's probably not that far. So yeah, that's what I got going on. What else? I got so much stuff going on. It's crazy. Oh, I know. The one book I don't have with me because I sold out is called Dragons Don't Cry. It's one of my most recent children's books. It's about a dragon that basically he wants to be able to fly. He wants to be able to breathe fire. He wants to do everything that you know big dragons do, but he can't because he's too young. So he uh, he goes he goes away to a quiet place and he begins to cry. And this young boy, finds him and kind of gives him some encouragement. It's a really cool little story. And anyways, I wish I had one to show you here. It's the one book I don't have because it's so popular. I sold out, but I got more on order. Um, and so, why did I bring that up? Oh, the reason I brought that up is because tomorrow I'm going in the studio and I'll be recording the audio version of that book. So it'll be my first audio book. Super excited about it. I don't have any audio versions of any of my books yet. So this will be a great kind of test. And, I'm really excited. I'll learn a lot. So I'm going to start with something short and easy. It's a fairly short book, but eventually I want to have audio versions of all my books. So, I'll have an audio version. I'll probably do this one next, actually. Um, and maybe I'll do this one. Maybe I'll have time to do both of these tomorrow. This one and the dragon book, and then eventually the cat book. So I want to have audio versions of all these, um, because it's fun. Yeah, like a parent can read the book as a bedtime story, to a child. Um, but it'd be fun maybe too if they could just turn it on and listen to it and just play it for their kid, and then the child is actually hearing the author read the story. So I think that's kind of a cool idea. And then eventually, I want to have an audio version of this book. Sorry, this book. And, all that stuff. So learning everything. It's a work in progress, process. Learning as I go. Like I said, I always say I'm no expert. I'm just learning. But hey, make sure you subscribe if you haven't subscribed. I got Patreon. I got a free newsletter, email newsletter. Sign up for everything. And yeah, this is great. And if you'd like to support me, you can send me a super thanks That makes a big difference too, because I'm trying to do this full time. That's my goal. So every every penny counts. So yeah, I'm just having a great time just writing these stories. It's just great. So, anyways, I don't know what this is. I'm just playing around here. Is anybody a subscriber? Anybody new subscriber? Anybody signed up for Patreon? I'm still learning how to use that, but um, anyways, I'm just having a great time. Sign up for Patreon. Sign up as a subscriber. Um, Everything's free. Doesn't cost you anything. I'm just drinking my tea. Anybody have any questions? Anybody have any questions out there? Anybody? Let me know. I'll answer any question. Just drinking my tea out of my Gothic fantasy mug from Norwyn. Is that cool or what? Love this thing. So, all right. Well, if there are no other questions, um, I will end this live stream. But hey, it's been great. This has been really, really fun. Thanks for being here. Make sure you subscribe. Join my free email newsletter. I have special stuff in there that nobody else gets. Um, Subscribe to Patreon, all that good stuff. You know the drill. You know the drill. Like, subscribe, blah, blah, blah. Um, but it does really make a difference. I appreciate it so much. Thanks for being here today. Thanks for joining in. Thanks for your comments. You guys are great. And I'll see you in my next video. By the way, I'm doing this new show. It's called The World of Norwyn. And you get to watch like a series, like a Netflix series, episode 1, episode 2, episode 3. Just finished episode 3. It's out. I talk about what cathedral fantasy is and what it's all about. And yeah, it's just great. I'm having a great time. So episode 4 will be out soon. So keep following, keep subscribing, keep watching. Check out all my videos. I really appreciate you guys. Thanks for being here. You guys are awesome. I'll see you next time. I'm Weston Gold, and I am a fantasy writer.